welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do a makeup look with the Dollar Tree makeup that I have picked up. A few things were not available, so I am just gonna show those as I go along, and I will point out if something wasn't there for this look. So I've already primed my eyes. There wasn't any eyeshadow primers there, so I used the Essence Prime Like a Boss eyeshadow base in Universal Shade. I felt this is a little more budget friendly, so I kind of wanted to go with that as a theme. I also think it is a good eyeshadow base. So I'm gonna start with my eyeshadow, and I picked up these brushes. They're Wet n Wild brushes to apply the eyeshadow for today's look. So for today, I'm going to use the LA Colors 6 color eyeshadow palette in Night Out. I'm not going to use this, but it is there if someone wanted to use that. So I'm going to use the crease brush to begin with. I'm going to dip into this shade here. So just taking that shade into the crease area. Taking, I think this is the larger eyeshadow brush, going in with this shade here. Overall, I think these are applying nicely. I don't see a problem. So I'm taking another eyeshadow brush I picked up. I'm going into the darkest matte shade. I'm just putting that on the outer corner. Okay, so now I'm going to dip into the shimmers. I'm going to apply this one first. That's what that looks like. It's very smooth feeling, so. Next, I'm going to take that shade, bring that in the middle of the eye, just a little into the crease. I'm just blending it into the first shimmer I applied. Now I'm going to take this shade, and I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight kind of shade for this look. I mean, I think those are rather easy to work with. I'm just going to add this darker shade back a little, because I feel it's kind of not as noticeable. And I just kind of like that one. I want it to be seen a little. I'm going to finish this over on this side, and I'll be back. So this is the eyes finished for eyeshadow. I actually think this is a very good palette. For $1.50, I don't think this is a bad product whatsoever. I think if you were on a budget and you couldn't afford more than a certain amount for eyeshadow, I do think that this is worth it. I did cover over this shade more just because I don't feel it went with the overall look, but all of the shades performed well. There is some fallout from the mattes, and there's a little bit of kick up, not a lot. And I'm not really gentle when I apply things, so put that in there as well. But I think this is actually worth $1.50. I would buy this in more colors as well. So I also think I would travel with this. There wasn't a face primer available, so I'm just going to use the Essence Fix and Last Makeup Gripping Jelly Primer. This is $5.99 at the drugstore. It's somewhat budget friendly, but you can probably skip this step if you wanted to. I just want to give the makeup that I'm trying a chance, and my skin is rather oily, so I just don't want it to kind of soak all that makeup in and make it not look quite right. So that's usually what I do for every look. So I'm just gonna let that soak in, and then we'll start with the face makeup. So I'm going to start with the liquid makeup. This is from LA Colors. This is in the shade Natural. I think this was one of the lightest colors, so I'm hoping it'll work for my skin tone. I do think it looks like a good match. And that is what it looks like. It is a thicker consistency. I'm just going to apply this with a sponge. I'm gonna be honest, this to me is more of like a BB cream. I don't think this would, for me, count as a foundation. I don't mind that, especially in the summer when it can be very hot and makeup heavier foundations can kind of just not feel that great on the skin. But I don't think it offers enough to cover anything. I will try to cover that with the concealer I picked up and see what happens. Just gonna continue with the makeup part. I think the color's not too bad. Might be a bit yellow, but not sure. So I'm just gonna take some. I've already applied here. I'm just gonna see if it builds up at all. Hard to say. I don't know if it really built up there. So for concealer, I picked up the Hydrating Under Eye Concealer by Be Pure. This is in the shade Fair. It has hyaluronic acid. So, I mean, my skin usually enjoys that ingredient. So that's the consistency. I think color-wise, it looks pretty good, at least on my hand. So I'm just gonna apply that under the eyes. Just gonna see if concealer can cover up some of the things I see coming through. shiny. I don't know. Seeing if the blends better with fingers. Really. I'm not sure if I really love the face products necessarily. I don't know. But let's move on to setting powder. I picked up this pressed powder from LA Colors. This is in nude, the shade Nude. It might be too dark, I'm not sure. It came with a little puffy thing, so I'm gonna try. That might be too dark. So I have powdered some here, and it's definitely too dark. It's also lifting product along here that I had placed. I don't know if that's the powder or the prior makeup, so I don't know if I would recommend this or not, really. I don't personally think I would buy it myself. I did bring another powder in case it wasn't the right match, and I just picked the Essence Brighten Up Banana Press Powder, as I know it is a little more budget friendly, and it is a better color match for me. I also know how this powder acts with products, so I'll know if it's picking up anything, it's the makeup, because I've used this quite a bit with a lot of different things and had no problem. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, I don't know what to say. Just gonna set that concealer under my eyes, as if I don't, it always creases on me. Or at least every concealer I've ever tried has. I don't think I found one that's not done that. Unless I set it just away. Or try to. Which I don't usually have to do. So I don't know. The powder I put here and here is breaking up the makeup. This powder here is just making that area look very patchy or makeup-y even. I'm gonna try this. I just wanted to point it out. I don't know if you can see that, but I can. And I'm noticing the powder is not, well, kind of just sitting on top. I don't know. It's never happened before using that. This right here doesn't even look like I powdered it. don't know if I really love that. Just gonna be honest on that. I think there are other foundations and concealers I like more. I don't know. I will continue to try the concealer. The other, I'm going to treat it as a BB cream and go from there. Okay, so let's move on from that. I'm going to try to set everything as best I can, just to see. And I'm going to use the Essence Fix and Last 18-Hour Makeup Fixing Spray. I have used this quite a bit. It is $5.99 at the drugstore. I did not find any setting sprays or anything, so I'm just going to try to use something that would be slightly, maybe more budget friendly, and that was kind of the best I could do. At least that'll give the face makeup a fighting chance. I have used this almost all up, and I do think it's a really good fixing spray. I don't notice a matte effect, but it does help my makeup hold up. So before I start into finishing the eyes, I did also pick up these nail polishes, and I used those here. I just kind of, I'm not the best at nail polish, and I usually will just take this all off because I usually ruin my nails almost instantly. I already kind of have on this finger here. I don't really, I paint my toes, but I don't want to show that on the internet. So I did do that. I think it's nice. I like both colors. I kind of picked them both because of the eyeshadow palettes I had picked out. One being more of a taupey brown and one being the more warm-toned coppery shades. Let's try this LA Colors brow pencil. This is in medium brown. Medium. And that is what the shade looks like. It is rather stiff, so I don't know, but we're gonna try it. Okay, if I keep it in where it's supposed to be. Okay, I don't actually mind that. It's a little... It's not as pigmented, but I actually kind of like that. It kind of has more of a natural brow effect. So I think that's not bad, actually. On the skin, it kind of warms up, and it's not tugging or anything, so I think I'm alright with that. It might be good if we could actually keep it in our brows, or where our brows are. I do have sparse brows. It is what it is. I also like that it has a spoolie on the end. I find that very convenient. And I would kind of put that in my makeup bag for when I'm doing my makeup on the run, if I didn't have time to do it and needed to. Yeah, I think that's all right. So I'm gonna line my eyes with the Cosmic Colors Auto Eyeliner. This is in brown. Looking right at it. This is supposed to be water resistant. That is what that looks like. It swatches rather smoothly. So it's a nice chocolatey brown color. I want that. I think it'll work with the eyes going on. It is a little pointy though. Just a minute. Just gonna smudge that a little bit. It's not so stark, but I think that's okay. I will say, as I have been applying it, it has gone up or down as it wanted to. But for $1.50, I do think it's all right. I will say this is just first impressions, first time using it. I will come back and say if something is really not working for me in another video. I'm not sure what type of video that would be. I don't know, maybe just discussing products I've tried and liked or not liked type of deal, but I think it is nice. So I'm just gonna take this palette. I'm actually gonna take this shimmer because I really love the color, and I'm putting that under the eye. Here, if I can see. Oh wow, is that ever coppery? Ooh, I love that. Sorry. I love coppery brown shades. I just do. Oh, this is using the liner brush I picked up from Dollar Tree as well. Okay. Ooh, that is very fun. I love that. I'm just going to take a touch of this shade here and just put that on the inner portion here. Just kind of connect everything. And I just think it's a pretty shimmer. Fun. Taking that same shade, just popping it back there because I feel like it kind of disappeared. Okay, I like that. Next, I'm applying the Wet n Wild Full Healthy Lashes. This is soy protein enriched with panthenol, clean definition, enhance and define. This is in very black. That is what the brush looks like. Okay, just gonna kind of let that sit a minute while I apply the other products. I picked up the LA Colors powder bronzer. This is in bronze. It says a sun-kissed glow, and it does look like a glowier, more shimmery bronzer. I won't be using the brush, but it does come with one if someone wanted to use that. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild contour brush I picked up at the Dollar Tree. So where I did apply that, it kind of pulled away the makeup underneath. I don't think that is the bronzer. I actually think that is the makeup itself, because I've never had that happen before with any bronzer. So not loving the base makeup much. I'm gonna keep going anyways. Next, I grabbed an LA Colors powder blush. This is in the color Spice, and that is what it looks like. I think this is a beautiful blushy, shimmery blushy shade. It does come with a brush if you were wanting to use that. Things are just gonna go flying wherever it wants to go, I guess. I'm just once again using the contour brush. Okay. Wow. I think that's a pretty blush. I think with a different base, I would like it more, I think. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna wait and see how this will wear throughout the day. It kind of just seems not to want to set. So I guess the best way I could say it. But I think that blush is stunning. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna put the LA Colors Instantly Radiant Highlighter. Has a shimmer finish, brightened skin. It is in the shade Shine Bright. Okay. That's pretty. Okay, I am once again using the same brush. Just using a corner of it. I'm just gonna fluff that on. I think this will be oh wow. It's very pretty. Definitely very glowy. Whoa. Yeah, that's a very fun highlighter. So I'm gonna just do one more coat of the mascara. So for lips, I'm gonna use the Cosmic Colors Metallic Lipstick in 03. That is the shade. Wow. We're going to be very shiny by the end of this. That is very creamy, though. Wow. Okay. Wow. That is very metallic. Okay, I'm gonna just finish the mascara on this side and I will be back with my final thoughts. Okay, so this is the finished final look of a makeup look with everything from the Dollar Tree. I think there were some things that I would buy again. There was some things I would not. On the most part, I'm gonna kind of talk about the things I didn't like first, just to kind of get that done and move on to the things I did like. So the liquid makeup from LA Colors, I don't know if I really like this. First impressions, probably not. I've had other BB creams that I've been able to deal with and powder down and work with that are just better. I think budget friendly wise, I could understand, but I think there are some other options, maybe from Wet n Wild. If Essence is available and has some face makeup near you here, I think there's one concealer available. They used to have really good ones here. CoverGirl, Maybelline. I think there's just some other face makeup and foundations that I think are kind of better. The under eye concealer, I don't know if I would consider this a concealer. It kind of feels like a tinted moisturizer, only more moisturizing. I don't really think, it just feels like it sits on top of the skin. It doesn't want to absorb into the skin kind of deal. And it's not making it so that I can actually powder it, and then it's kind of messing with the products over it. So I don't know if I'd buy that again. The LA Colors powder, I just don't think this is the greatest. I would rather buy an Essence powder. I've tried a few from CoverGirl that are good. Maybelline. I mean, they are a little bit more money, that I do understand. I also think that the color is just off for me. But even if I were to take that out of the consideration, it's the way I can see it breaking up in the spots I put it before that I just can't. So let's talk about the things I did not mind using, and then the things that I love. Lipstick is a little more metallic than I thought it would be. It's very creamy, but very metallic. Part of that is there just wasn't, there was a lot of liquid lipsticks, but I'm not really into those. I was really looking for more of a lip gloss with a slight nude, and there just wasn't any available. So I do think it is nice though. Like, it doesn't feel, it feels moisturizing. It's really metallic. It's very pigmented and easy to apply. So it's just color, maybe. This, I'm gonna put in the maybe, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to try this again with different makeup underneath for me to decide. This is very glowy. I don't mind that, but this might be more glowy than I would usually or typically use. I will say I'd like to try it with different makeup just to see if some of the texture I do see is part of that problem too. So I'm putting those in my, there maybe, I don't mind them kind of category. A little bit maybe the same. It's a more dry formula that I'm feeling anyways and seeing. I do like the wand on it. I do think it's just a good mascara for $1.50. So I actually don't mind the eyeshadow palette. I think these are actually pretty good. I don't know if I'd put it in love just because I do have these kinds of shades. And I do feel the metallics fade a bit. So this is the eyeshadow switching sponge. It says change eyeshadow colors instantly. It is by Sassy and Chic. Just gonna take this, dip it in, swirl it around. And I mean, I think I could use that again and it would be okay. I'm gonna take a different one and just I do think that would be all right. So I'm just gonna actually try that and just see. Okay. I don't think that one's too bad. Will also say I forgot to include the LA Colors blush in Spiced. I do think this is a very pretty blush. I will continue to use this and see what my thoughts are, but so far I do really like it. Maybe even love. All right, so those are my thoughts on everything. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you also kind of had a little bit of fun watching me create this look and how it may not have been the best look I've ever created, but it was fun and was definitely something different. So I hope you did enjoy. Please let me know what your favorite products from Dollar Tree are. I would love to hear about that. And I do hope that you subscribe and have a wonderful day. I thank you so much for watching. Okay, bye.